Hello and welcome to Ramblings with Rebecca. Today we're going to talk about Beyond 2015, which makes me feel kind of like Buzz Lightyear. I can speak today. Like to 2015 and beyond or something. It's not really as exciting as science fiction, much as I would love it to be. The Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, which I'm assuming most people have heard of, expired at the end of 2015. So these were the goals that were developed in the 2000s to do things like reduce poverty, work towards gender equality, increase literacy, improve nutrition and maternal mortality rates, all these kind of things. So trying to develop communities, peoples, nations sustainably. And this was a big framework set forth by the United Nations. Lots of funding, lots of donors, lots of big names behind it. Kind of a big prominent discourse in the world of development, international relations, etc., etc. Those particular goals that were set out and that particular funding framework, program, etc., finishes at the end of this coming year. So there's going to be a new set of international targets from the UN around 2016. And we're of course asking, what will those goals be? Are we just going to renew the goals because we didn't, complete? We haven't fixed all of mortality rates and gender equality, etc., etc. However, there's this interesting program from the ACU, the Association of Commonwealth Universities, called Beyond 2015, which is looking at the role that higher education plays in helping achieve these goals. And what is next in the world of sustainable development, what is next for universities, what is next for higher education and development, that big and. Where's the synthesis, how do these things merge? So there's this fun platform where they're asking academics and people involved in higher education to submit ideas, questions, reflections, whatever, along these questions around the issues of what's going on with higher education and development. How do we move forward? What should we be doing? Who are we? What's our place in all of this? So I took this opportunity, encouraged by the Marshall Scholars community, to reflect on some work that I've been doing in Norfolk, on Norfolk County Council around environmental education and the partnership with universities there. A colleague and I, through that, wrote up a dialogue and made a prezi about these partnerships, which we've now submitted to Beyond 2015. I will put a Beyond 2015 link below. Our submissions haven't yet been approved, and it may now be until after the holidays, because I don't know what their staffing looks like. Or maybe they'll hate our ideas and refuse to publish us, who knows. Anyway, I will provide a link if and when that happens. But in the meantime, I thought I would ramble a little bit about these questions. I work with educational residential programs in Norfolk. So we take 40 high schoolers around the ages of 14 to 17 to this old converted country manor house for 2 nights, 3 days, and do leadership and team building, communication, web design, yada yada, kind of skills, professional communication and activism skills, combined with outdoor education, environmental science, energy reduction techniques, that kind of thing, excuse me. And we form them into teams, and they all leave these residentials with an action plan for how they're going to go into their school, or their primary school, or their community, or whatever, and do some kind of energy saving campaign, whether that's a, lights off day, if that's an energy busters program where they're working to help teachers always turn off their computers at the end of the day, if that's setting up an eco school team, whatever. And anyway, so these are grand fun, and we bring in undergraduate mentors from the University of East Anglia and then several Marshall Scholars who are scattered all over the UK to help teach and deliver on these programs, and then do some mentoring with the students after the residential. So these are really grand fun, and for me, it's a great thing to do. It combines, fun, outdoor camp, Girl Scout days, with the environmental science and activism component, with education and learning. It's all just grand. But the question, I think, for Beyond 2015, and also moving forward with these, it does have real questions about, what is the function of the university and society? Ivory tower versus on the ground. What does this mean for scholarship? Is this just something I do as Becca, or is this a real part of what it means to be an academic? Should we define, academia and an academic role as being engaged in these kind of, community activities, that kind of thing? These are some questions to be reflected on and probably never really answered fully.